So after the big emotional drama of yesterday with our HasLab, Deathsaurus, and all the fandom fighting amongst each other, let's go into something a little more lighthearted, some nice retail product based on some Transformer media that we will be getting at the end of this year. Let's talk about some brand new Transformers Earthspark product that we finally got some images from different toy distributors. These are all stock images. Not all of them are 100% complete, meaning they don't show the alt modes or the robot modes or packaging. So we're going to work with what we have here. But they have the product descriptions, so it also gives us a small little indication of what's going on, how these products work, the release dates and everything like that, and also some repaint retools or little things that are added from the previous Cyberverse line. So let's jump into that. First one we have here is a Transformers Earthspark one flip changer Soundwave. This is our first Soundwave. We've already seen him in the trailer. This is our first toy based on that design. Hopefully we'll get better versions later. The one thing that I had a problem with the Cyberverse line is there was a lot of characters that unfortunately the only figures that they had sometimes in that line were in the gimmick-based stuff. I'm looking at you, Wild Wheel. Love that character, Wild Wheel, but man, that figure was not good. But either way, so we have Soundwave here. What's interesting is what they have in the product description. Also, after reading it, looking at the packaging, they says here, converts from robot mode to jet by flipping the bot in the air, and it sticks the landing. So that's very interesting. So you like hold it in your hand and then you just throw it up in the air and gravity is going to make it transform. Like, you know, we've seen the Autobot flip changers back in the day, and, you know, something like Topspin and Twin Twist, and they sometimes stick the landing, but those were pullbacks. This one that goes out of your hand and does that, that's pretty interesting. I'm actually kind of intrigued by it in a lot of ways. And then when you look at the second one that we have here, the Transformers Earthspark one-step flip changer Swindle, it says the same thing. So it's not just like a jet figure in your hand, you throw it in the air and it transforms. Vehicle-based ones, ground vehicle-based ones also are the same thing. So you have Swindle here. Now, we don't have the alt mode image 100% like we do here with Soundwave, but you could kind of see the alt mode a little bit in the package art and, of course, on the actual card itself with the figure. But still looks pretty cool, and it says here, too, you know, converts from robot mode to off-road vehicle by flipping the bot in the air. Interesting. Okay. Pretty cool. That's a different take on the flip changer, doing something that's more engaging in play. But yeah. They also have here the Earthspark Warrior Class Megatron. We've already seen tons of images of it, but at least it's some brand new images of it from different angles. And the only reason why I really want to bring it up is because what's said in the product description, it might be a mistake, it might be spoilers, but it says here, you know, Megatron features his blast weapon that doubles as a spear and attaches to the side of his right arm. The blaster can attach to the top of the toy in armored aircraft mode. Kids can imagine helping Decepticon forces take down the Autobot forces with the villainous half-human, half-robot Dr. Meridian Mandroid. Now, maybe this is just a mistake, just because maybe Megatron is classified under the Decepticon imprint within the copyright, and they're just lumping him in with that, even though he might have a different role in the show as this, you know, again, the different Autobot, Decepticon, Earth, you know, fusion, and he's a good guy, but he's bad, but he's good. So we'll see what happens with that, but maybe it's implying that he's actually going to betray them and work with Dr. Mandroid. Who knows? We'll see. We will see. Next one we got here, and this one is one of the ones I was waiting for because I was quite surprised how predominantly featured he is in the trailers and how he's probably going to be a main character. And yet we had seen 0 toys of him. And yet the other Terran Autobot of Twitch was shown to us with her deluxe figure. We have here today Transformers Earthspark Warrior Class Terran Thrash. So he's going to be a Warrior Class. I'm pretty sure maybe at some point he'll get a deluxe. But I mean, looking at this Warrior Class, it's pretty good already. It looks already pretty nice. Another one of these cases where we don't have a shot of the alt mode, but we have 2 very nice dynamic shots of the robot mode. And according to the description here, he features his signature sidecar that converts into his blaster, which you could see. The blaster attaches to the right hand and doubles as a shield in robot mode. So that's pretty cool. I like it. It looks really nice. It also shows that he has his normal like robot mode bipedal, and then he could also convert his legs into something that's very similar to a Beast Machine's Rat Trap kind of wheeled leg mode. I don't know how that's going to stand up. You probably can only get one angle and shot before it rolls over. But I mean, it looks really good for a warrior class. Again, the warrior classes really are kind of the more budget versions of our deluxes in a line that has also deluxe classes. So it is pretty nice, and I mean, maybe we won't need a deluxe for Thrash. Maybe this will do the job just fine. And speaking of something to compare deluxes to the warrior class, we have here our first look at Transformers Earthspark Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. Now, Optimus has every single price point in this line. One Step, the flip changers, all the ultimate class, everything like that. And now we have the deluxe class here that we see for the first time. And comparing it to the warrior class that we've already seen plenty of images of, it's kind of hot and dry. I'm kind of going like, is this one better than the other one? There's a little more kibble on the back with the deluxe, but the kibble is a little lower on the back with the warrior. The warrior class, the weapon is hardwired into a flip over kind of axe gimmick, so it's something that can't be put on the side or held in the hand. It's just kind of there. And also the warrior class is missing a lot of paint. It doesn't have the emblems on the shoulders, doesn't have the paint deco on the crotch. It's not as fine detailed, but the deluxe class one, while it does have the weapons and it does come with an ion blaster gun, which the warrior class does not come with at all. And it's funny, in the description it says that it comes with his axe and iron cannon. That's what they for iron cannon, not ion cannon. Someone made a typo there. They put an R in there. But I mean, again, the one thing is that the photos that they put for this deluxe class, it doesn't have a neutral pose, which I always feel you need to have a nice neutral pose, not just like dynamic poses. And we don't have a alt mode image to compare with that of the warrior class, which we do have alt mode images. It looks good. I kind of dig more the light blue, sky blue paint on the chest of the warrior as opposed to the black paint on the deluxe class. But I guess I just really have to see it in person. But I mean, it's slightly edging out the warrior class, but not by much. And I think really just that axe gimmick on the warrior class is probably what hurts it more than anything else, where this one actually has individual weapons. But we'll see. We will see. We will see. But again, it's nice to have options at least that you could kind of compare and change. And the last one we have here, and I'm kind of disappointed a little bit, but we kind of already saw it with Skywarp / Thundercracker. It's Skywarp. Transformers Earthspark Deluxe Class Shockwave. And when I first saw this image, and again, we don't have an alt mode image, we just have this one robot mode image. When I first saw this image, I right away double-taked. I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't that just the deluxe class from Cyberverse? And you would be correct. It is the deluxe class from Cyberverse, just given a much more G1 toy kind of repaint to it. So because it is just a straight up repaint of the deluxe class Cyberverse version, we kind of know now what the alt mode looks like in comparison. So I'll just put up that image. And as a result, it's something where you just have to ask yourself, do you want something that looks more G1-ish with the more stronger purples and the yellow chest, or do you want the more Energon-infused Cyberverse version? I'll be honest with you, I kind of like this new deluxe class Earthspark one. It's really nice, and I love that mold. That's a fantastic mold in the deluxe classes. It's really good. So it's just something that, yeah, I kind of dig it. I wonder if he's going to come with his blast effects. That's another thing too, because he did come with them, and there is no mention of the blast effects. They just say here, blaster could be attached to the side of Shockwave's arm cannon while in his Cybertronian tank mode. So kind of curious about that one. Kind of curious, because that one was a really good toy. Really good toy, and it was a really good product of the deluxe class Cyberverse stuff. And now it has a really nice paint scheme. And again, the old paint scheme too was good for what it was, but this one's really nice G1 kind of flavor. So I dig it. Looks really nice. So all of these are scheduled for spring of 2023. They could break street dates. We might be seeing them in the holiday season even. That happens all the time. But some nice brand new Earthspark product, again, across all the different price points. Again, this is a media-based brand as opposed to something like our Generations, Legacy, Kingdom, whatever, where, yeah, Kingdom, and all of that, they did have Netflix shows, but those aren't really big media brands. I almost feel like those Netflix shows are just kind of supplemental material at best that no one takes too seriously. So this is going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool. I look forward to it. I enjoyed the Cyberverse line. I enjoyed the Cyberverse TV show. I wish there were just better figures from those characters in the Cyberverse line. I just hope that this line also doesn't suffer from that. The difference between this line and Cyberverse is this one's starting with Deluxes right out of the gate, so the opportunity to get all those key core characters in better figures is there, where Cyberverse got Deluxes way too late in the line. The show was practically on its way out by the time Cyberverse started to hit store shelves. So, the Deluxes, excuse me. So, I mean, it looks good. I mean, and even some of the warrior classes. I look at Thrash here, the warrior class, and I mean, I can't imagine how better a Deluxe would be compared to this one. It looks pretty good. So I'm kind of curious how that that alt mode looks, but looks nice. I really like it a lot. And let me know what you think. And Earthspark is coming really, really soon in the month of November.